formless and empty. Darkness was over the surface of the deep, and the Spirit of God was hovering over the waters. And God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. God saw that the light was good, and he separated the light from the darkness. God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And there was evening, and there was morning, the first day.
Yo, Flurfs, what's up? It's good to see you. Thank you all for coming. I'm glad you could make it. It's good to see you guys. I don't know what's up with my OBS tonight. I wasn't even at my computer, and it started streaming to people. And, well, then now I started going live, and it started creating another stream on my behalf again.
Yeah, Brian's favorite is more like take 4, to be honest.
I don't know what's going on, but we are here now. So thanks all for coming. I really appreciate you guys. Hope you're doing well. We got Disc Lord, PJ Cruikshank, and Michael Khan in the house. How you guys doing?
Oh, good.
What's up? What's up?
You guys
took a few chances. It's just doing its own thing tonight, isn't it?
Okay.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Okay, now I just refreshed and it works.
Okay. And I saw my last night's stream. People said that they've been struggling for a while to be able to watch it. It just buffering. They couldn't watch it. Then eventually it came right. Even Sean Hawkins was attempting to debunk the last night's stream, and he couldn't because it just buffered the whole time.
There was a lot of people on live last night saying it was buffering, but it wasn't buffering for me.
It wasn't buffering for me.
It's really weird. So there's definitely something at play here, guys.
Definitely.
Definitely. But it's good to see you guys all here. Thank you all for coming. Hope you guys are all doing well. Well, tonight I decided, you know what? RedPillPhilosophy. I've been thinking about this guy's stuff lately quite a lot. And we haven't seen him in a long time because, I mean, since he moved over to BitChute and then he started doing all the COVID stuff.
Did he start building something? Like,
what do you mean?
Like an house or something? Didn't he start building something?
I have no idea, but I know he moved over to BitChute from YouTube, and that's the last I really saw of him. And that was about it, yeah.
Who's RPP?
Norfolk is Kansas is going bye-bye.
But yeah, I know on BitChute he was doing a lot of flat earth stuff, and then he moved over to a bit of COVID stuff, and I haven't really seen him do anything since then. But yeah, it's good to have you in, and we just have Ryan popping in now too. Good to see you guys.
Sure do.
What's up?
Who's RPP?
RedPillPhilosophy. Do you know any of his work?
No, not at all. I thought you just made some name up for the stream. You know?
Oh no, he's one of the legends. He's one of the legends. The thing is, I was trying to look for one of his videos with the lighthouse that he used to do, and I just can't seem to find it. But I got a whole bunch of links of some of the other videos I thought would be very interesting that we can talk about and things that he shows. It's really good stuff. Yeah, well, it's good to see you guys. I'm just gonna say hi to everybody in the chat. Good to see you, and thank you for your support, guys, on this channel. You guys rock. Please just hit the like, hit the shares, and yeah, so I really appreciate all the support you guys give in this channel. So it's good to see you, Michael, Alan, Geo, what's up? Conspirinator, what's up, man? Good to see you. Ryan S. Brian Stavely in the house. Good to see you, man. Thank you for coming. Jeff Gass said, always good to see you. Charlie Walsh, hello. Dislord's clone as well. It's always good to see you too. You should actually change the name to Dislord's clone. You should actually change the name to Dislord's clone. Geo says lots of buffering again. There is definitely something up with YouTube, guys. I don't know. YouTube seems to be against me like that. Even I've had again a few people commented to me today. They just unsubscribed from yesterday all of a sudden. So people getting unsubscribed from my channel, it buffers for some people that they can't even watch my content. Well, some people say my homepage doesn't even show. So God, that's weird. So there's something happening. Maybe I'm stepping on the wrong toes or something on YouTube. I don't know.
Mine's not buffering.
No, it's not buffering my side.
So I don't know what's going on because it's,
It might be just the person's internet. It might just be that because it's been that way a lot
yeah, but it's
lately.
not just them. Even we can even go to Sean Hawkins' live of last night where he tries to do the debunk of my show. He gave up after 11 minutes because it didn't stop buffering.
Oh, wow.
And I've had a lot of my commenters, my subscribers telling me, yeah, I can't watch it, it's just buffering.
It might be something to do with American YouTube because looking at the sounds of
No,
it,
I had some
everybody-
Australians, I had some Americans. I've even had a guy from Italy.
Wow. I have had it where it's buffered quite a lot, but the past couple of nights it's been fine.
So yeah, it's really weird. Yeah, so Walking Man, thank you for coming, and good to see you. Rom, hello. Grigori, it's always good to see Slip Radar as well, and Expedition Truth. What's up? Okay, so at least tonight we're not really kept with time, so we can go over our time a bit. I actually almost wanted to do a 4-hour stream tonight, but I decided no, it's not going to work for a whole 4 hours because I got church tomorrow morning and quite a bit of stuff to do. So that's not going to work.
This I can't tell you because I hid him. Unless you want me to unhide him just to tell you. That's worth it, is it?
Okay, so yeah, guys, before we start, Nathan Oakley is asking for help, guys. He really is struggling with his PCs. The link is above here if you're able to click on the link. Even if it just give him £1 or anything, guys, a few pence, he'll be really appreciative. Because I know the stress it is if you're relying on the money from your job and you can't do your job properly because your equipment's not working. And he's been struggling major with this computer. It's cost quite a penny and it's just keep on crashing and giving issues. He's almost there, guys. He's about almost halfway for what he needs. If you're able to even give £1, I'm sure he'll really appreciate it, guys. So shout out to everybody that has given to him. Really appreciate it, guys. You guys rock. Many blessings. So yeah, his PC's still giving issues and he needs a new GPU. So if you can, hit that link and please do support him. Okay.
New graphics card.
Yeah. Seems like he keeps getting the wrong one.
That's weird.
Yeah.
But new graphics cards are like the most expensive part of the computer.
That's the thing, and that's the thing that keeps giving in. I think this is the third one he needs now, because they keep giving him ones that's just not working. So all I know is if I had to buy a graphics card and it didn't work, that same graphics card would have been shoved in the guy who sold me the thing's face and get my money back.
Definitely.
Yes, and if not money back, then deep up there, you know.
I have to say the PC. I must.
Got a bunch of them.
No, the GPU. I must say the PC that we built up for me, I'm really happy with. It's performing brilliantly, and I mean it costs what, the quarter of Nathan's computer.
Maybe you don't have enough cooling.
The only thing I need to still want to do upgrade is just the space, get more hard drive, and maybe get some more RAM sometime. But other than that, it's performing for what I needed to do, so I'm more than happy.
Maybe, I don't know, man. The graphics cards, I had that problem once too, but that was because, you know, my fan on the graphics card, you know, wasn't good enough, and I didn't have enough cooling, I guess. But, you know, I guess in Africa it's way worse with the, you know, you would have to have a lot of cooling on. Yeah. You know? Hey,
Nachikita, thank you for coming. It's good to see you. Good to see new people in. So what does the vote say?
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Is it safe to play BitShoot on YouTube?
Yeah, you can play it. Why not? It just depends. Some of the stuff is not recommended for YouTube to watch, you know what I mean? But I mean, the stuff I've chosen to watch tonight doesn't violate YouTube's community guidelines. You see, because YouTube is they have a lot of community guidelines that you have to abide by. So that's why a lot of people move over to things like BitShoot and stuff, because they're allowed to speak more freely. But that's also why he's moved over, because of the censorship on YouTube and stuff. But yeah, the things I'm going to be showing tonight is anyway was on YouTube and spoken on YouTube, so it's not violating anything. I thought I'd start off with one of his earlier videos where he was not an actual flat earther yet. This was when he was still just a globe skeptic. And obviously most of his things is the same passion I was, you know, perspective and the horizon, and it's all just optical and stuff. So you guys, yeah.
Can I say this lord? I said earlier, I already got rid of him.
That's what happened.
Yeah,
I just don't understand why when I do the, you know, the A thing and his name, I can still like private chat on it to his name, but he's not there. Yeah, okay.
No, I got rid of him because of what he said. You know what I mean? There's
Okay.
no reason for that.
Okay, guys, ready to start?
Yeah, man.
Okay. Hey, Price Phantom, to see you.
Ships disappearing bottom up. It's the age-old proof we live on a spinning ball. A lot of people falsely attribute that to Aristotle saying ships disappearing bottom up, but I've never seen any proof of it. Not that he said it anyways. And I have to say, one of the most disturbing proofs for flat Earth, I stumbled upon it recently. And there's a video online right now that is so damning for the globe that it might be the thing that fully pushes me over to absolutely thinking the Earth is probably flat. For sure, it's going to basically make me go, freaking, just throw the globe in the trash can. It's a piece of evidence so disturbingly insightful that you just have to. Not only do you say there's no way we live on a globe now, but you also have to wonder how this globe deception was ever put forward to begin with.
Okay, now I have to say, he's obviously talking about the link is life is short with his explaining the diffraction limit and the bottom of the structure and stuff, which is really awesome. But now look at how he was presenting his argument as a globe skeptic, okay? To become a flat earther. What were we talking about with STST the other day?
Yeah, no passion at all. It was just deadness. He had passion when he's talking about the globe, but when he was talking about flat Earth, it was like, oh yeah, flat Earth. Look, it's in level with my fence.
And this is exactly what I'm saying. STST is just a con man. He was never a flat earther, and I see more and more of this every day. With the shit the guy talks, the stuff.
I asked him about. He goes from believing NASA to not believing NASA back to believing NASA, and he said, "Well, I've got no problem with them now." I'm like, "Well, you're definitely full of crap. You're never flat earther."
Exactly.
Especially if you now believe NASA again.
Exactly. Hey, Jolly Man, One Mind, good to see you, man. So yeah, you can definitely see the difference. But what I love what he's going to show now, guys, because this is the way he's taking it and explaining it is really, really an awesome take, and I think it explains so much exactly what demonstrates it has to be flat.
So, I'm going to use this boat here as a quick example. Do ships disappear bottom up because they're going over a curve?
Nope.
Or could it be just a consequence of how our eyes and vision works? I'm going to put a link right down in the description, and you can click on it if you dare. Warning. The arguments presented in that video may shatter your current paradigm. Warning.
Yeah, shout out to Life is Short, guys. Shout out to Life is Short. Definitely awesome presentations done. It's amazing I haven't seen any Glober take on Life is Short's stuff yet. Have you guys noticed that? If you show it to them, they just say, no, so every scientist is just wrong. That's all. That's only rebuttal we get to Life is Short stuff, by the way. Really sad.
World view may come crashing down.
Hit the likes and share the show, please. Really does help, guys.
Member. But you might find yourself scratching your head and wondering, maybe there's more to this flat Earth thing than they're telling us.
Okay, guys, I want you to pay attention now.
Boat here. Now, what I'm going to do is.
Okay, I think before he does that, let's take a screenshot, because I think this is Really awesome stuff. Just for the globies' sake, let's do this. Because I don't think they quite fully comprehend what you're talking about. Hey, from Duck, thank you for coming. And Titan Long, what's up, man? No, it's not a ship, it's a boat. But the argument is based on ships. Pay attention. Not hard to understand.
Nice name, by the way.
Yeah.
Very inventive.
It's called projection.
I'm going to take the camera off the tripod real quick. And I'm going to lower my...
See what I'm saying? Look, even Titan Long, just want to say, my YouTube keeps buffering every 3 to 5 seconds. I hope you have a great show. You see?
Crazy, because it's not. I'm okay. It's not buffering at all for me.
I'm fine.
I have no idea what's going on. Titan,
Yeah, that's weird.
maybe move over to Edge or something, because mine buffers on Chrome, but if I move over to Edge, it doesn't buffer at all.
It's mad because I'm on Chrome. And it's buffering.
I'm on Chrome.
And Chrome's supposed to be better.
I would recommend going to Vivaldi.
Of Vivaldi, yeah.
It streams everything way softer. Yeah,
I've
Vivaldi.
heard some people say Brave works better.
Yeah, but Brave is pretty much like Firefox and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm just saying.
It's heavy if you have streaming problems still. Vivaldi is so soft that even when my computer was crashing down, nothing worked, Vivaldi would still stream things that no other browser could.
Yeah, but it makes you wonder, are they is there some kind of... Is this their latest attempt to try and make people not watch Flat Earth content?
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it at all, to be honest with you.
You know what I mean?
Not at all.
Because, I don't know, it's just lately all of a sudden the Flat Earth stuff is just glitching out everywhere.
Crazy.
It's not the other anti-Flat Earth channels, it's the Flat Earthers. How's it going? Hey!
I was going to ask you, can you guys hear me really good now? Because I got a new mic.
Yeah, you sound awesome.
Really,
You sound
good.
very good, yeah.
A little bit too good, actually.
Right.
Get back to the bed, Mike, please. Just joking.
Too good.
Hey, Conspiracy Pundit, because he's at 144 and still turning it. Yeah, guys, maybe change your browser. Use a different browser to see if that's going to maybe work. Yeah, you see, score
Check
it
me,
on
man.
Firefox and it's fine. It might
Yeah,
just
I use
be the
I bet you it's because it's so crowded because it's the weekend and that particular site it's just got a lot of people on it. That's probably all it is.
It's crazy. Yeah. No, it's not stop with paranoid nonsense, Squirt. It's literally the thing happening every time with me lately and other Flat Earth channels having the same issues. People are moaning that it's buffering and that they get unsubscribed, can't comment, or their home screens get taken away. And it's only the Flat Earth channels happening. So no, it's not paranoia, it's fact. If you don't like it, then go somewhere else.
Yeah, I'm sure it sounds like paranoia to somebody that doesn't see it, yeah.
Yeah, so shame. They said straight out they want to censor Flat Earth, and this is probably part of it because Flat Earth is still growing, even though they're not recommending us to anybody.
Well, later's Charlie as well. How come you're only on it when someone else comes?
They're not but bastard moan anyway all the time.
Yeah. It's like Charlie's alright until some other Glover comes in, he starts talking to him, and then he starts going off with him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So bye, Charlie.
Okay, let's carry on watching what you're doing. Okay, RedPillPhilosophy, awesome. I did message him. I would really like him to come and have a conversation sometime to see how he's doing and, you know, what's going on and how's everything going with him. I should actually email him because I just messaged him on BitChute. So yeah.
You were
There's something wrong.
Give me a moment.
Even in the
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Even Ellement chat doesn't work. I can't. All my messages doesn't go through. All my messages says, you know, an exclamation point. Even the chat room we are in right now on Ellemnet says a exclamation point. Like,
yeah,
I have to keep doing everything.
I had that problem. They said I had to sign out and sign back in.
Yeah, Ellement does give those problems. There's just Element's always buggy though. Okay, I'm gonna carry on.
Wow.
I am.
Now he's going to the ground. Guy's gonna lie on the floor.
I'm actually on the ground right now. I am lying down here.
Yeah, see what I'm saying? Thanks for coming, Titan. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, sorry that it's just buffering. I can't do anything about it. See, he says too rough. He can't even watch. So yeah, there's something that YouTube's going to have to sort out.
I tell you what, Squat, piss off.
On my side, the camera is now on the rocks, and we're gonna see if we can find that boat. Oh no!
Oh wow! Look at what you're looking at here, guys.
Oh, now it's floating.
Now, is it sinking?
Guys, sinking.
It looks like a bit like a woman laying in an air mattress or something.
But I mean, let's just crop this a bit, and we can just see the difference. It's crazy. Now notice, guys, this is just from height change, okay? He's at exactly the same point. The boat is exactly the same point. Yeah, he's standing up. Yeah, he's lying down. Is the boat going... Did the boat go under the curve now? Did the boat go over the curve? No.
Well, the bottom of the boat's in the water. That's technically under the curve, isn't it?
But you understand what I'm saying? Just look at just the angle alone causes more foreshortening, and this is exactly what we've been fighting for this whole time. It's all just optical. There's no such thing as Earth curve. It's simply just the angle that's limited. That's all. Obviously, look at the mirroring now,
There's some
because
funky stuff going off like close to water, isn't there, as well? Like.
Yeah, but remember, it's also the mirroring now, because your angle, the air, the sky is mirrored as well on that calm water.
Yep.
And because there's a bit of atmospheric miraging and stuff, it also gives that effect. But this is demonstrated on flat surfaces constantly. So how are we able to demonstrate this on flat surfaces and show this in real life? That means it validates one another. Yet the globers still want to come and say, oh no, it's physical curve. What you're showing is a globe. Yeah, because you guys are morons. Because you don't understand it's all just optical. It's as simple as that. Hey Anson, good to see you, mate. And Lev, it's great to have you in, guys.
Hey, Lev.
So yeah, it's insane. So I wanted to start with this video because I thought, it's a great start to showing what a legend this guy is.
Sinking! Somebody call the National Guard! The Coast Guard! He's sinking! Now, in all fairness, that's either an inferior mirage or because the water is so calm out here today. That's literally just a clear, perfect, still reflection of his boat.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, some of the bottom of the boat is now missing. Now I'm going to stand up again real quick and compare it again. I'm now at my original height, about 6 feet. Let's find the boat. Oh look. Oh wow, look, you can see the boat again. They tell you that's because the boat is hiding behind curvature. The higher you are in your viewer height, the more you can see over and around the curve. And if you get down, you can see less.
What's up there, studio? Thank you for coming. It's good to see you, man.
Link in the description. And
yeah, that's all we need to see from that run. What do you guys have to say from that video? Good
Damn,
start.
Yeah,
It's a good start.
Well, at first I was thinking this is like serious, and then at the end I was starting to think it was joking.
But remember, this is before he was an actual flat earther. He was more globe skeptic then.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Try to keep up here.
And then he was trying to show, just based on this alone, it shows you it can only be flat. It can't be physical earth curve.
Right, but for some reason they look at that information and they see the opposite. It's weird.
Exactly, because they're biased to their religion. That's why. Hey, who else I see? Victoria, it's good to see you, Vicky. Thank you for coming in. Please excuse my children. That's very rude. So yeah, it's simple. Same distance, same observation. The guy just stood up here and lied down here. And what do you know? All of a sudden the boat went over a curve, apparently. Really odd stuff. Next one that I want to do is where we're talking about the Black Swan. But there's a specific part here where how he words it, how he phrases it, I think is epic to make the Globers understand what the argument is actually about. Believe it or not, it's been how many years now?
3.
3 years.
Yeah,
And they
20.
still don't understand what the Black Swan argument is about. Which is beyond alarming. I don't know how dumb does a person have to be for getting the same argument for 3 years and they still don't understand what it's about.
He's just going about the wavy crane arms and stuff.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter anything about them rising.
You know, it might be because that's not what they're really there for. They're there just to stir the pot.
I agree. Hey, Tapered Bodies, good to see you, man. Thank you for coming. Okay, so let's watch. This is great. I love the way he explains it, guys.
Free cryptocurrency. Before this video plays, I want to let you guys know, click the link in the description below. You go check me out at my new home for posting content uncensored. LBRY it's called. Click the link below. You follow me over at library, and you will
he
get
also
some
moved
free
to library as well.
cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
So be sure to click the link below and check that out. We have Owens of Mesopotamia. Can you give me a quick rundown on what Black Swan is? I'm a flat earther, but kind of out of the loop. Look, I'll give you my best, and I'll just say straight up that there might be some holes because I don't have a full understanding yet. There are others who can give you a truly crisp breakdown. So don't take anything that I say here as gospel. Because I'll be honest, when I first heard about the Black Swan, I was kind of scratching my head going, okay, big deal. And I was like a taboo conspiracy for like the first week. I'm like, but there's a bunch of Black Swans. What's the big deal? It took me, but I saw the hype that the Flat Earth debate crew was pushing behind this
Shout out to FED. Whoop whoop.
Argument. And I'm like, I don't think these guys would hype something up that wasn't a big deal. So I'm like, there's got to be more going on here. So I kind of let it percolate, listened to stuff for a whole other week, and then I'm like, wait a minute. So the real key to this, it seems to me, is that the horizon is the real focus. It's not about what you can see. It's not, oh, there's a lighthouse you can see that's beyond the horizon. Oh, big deal. No, it's also, it's really the horizon itself is critical here.
Exactly.
You go to YouTube, you type in Black Swan.
You guys heard what we were just talking about.
Yep.
The horizon itself is the critical part here.
Yep. Not bendy cranes.
No, exactly. You know that thumb duck in chat is using one of your pictures as his avatar. Right?
Sorry?
That thumb duck in chat is using one of your pictures as an avatar.
I don't give a damn, actually, to tell you the truth.
You with a screwed up face. It's just idiotic, isn't it?
I get a lot of trolls.
Well,
I take it as a compliment.
We all might need to put it up.
They're like children.
I take it as a compliment because they're so obsessed with me. Even Andrew Johnson, like, I think it was like maybe 2 days ago now, I said to him, you know what, you're so obsessed. Just, take a rest from me. And he says, I'm not going to comment or anything for 2 days. He's made videos about me in these last 2 days, and he started commenting again. 2 days. He can't go 2 days without me.
I won't comment.
It's an existence, isn't it?
It's
He
bad.
stops for 2 days and makes videos instead.
He's literally like an online stalker. And it's sad.
Yeah, no kidding.
Because they fear truth so much. They've got to do every little thing they possibly can to. I don't even think to try and stop it just to make it feel better for them.
Yeah, it's crazy. Anyway.
Sad.
Yeah, it's just showing you, but they've got some weird obsession with flat earthers that they have to go out their way and be obsessed. I mean, waking up at like 3 o'clock in the morning and stuff just to watch my content as well. What's wrong with these guys?
We don't even want to know, do we?
Yeah.
It's a little bit weird.
Yeah. Rom, yeah, I've actually seen that video footage. The Globe is trying to say, oh, it's not Crete, because they're just very dishonest. So, yeah. Hey, Brianna Johnson, good to see you. And Nathan Wright, what's up? Good to see you. Is it just me or not, or more and more of the videos not loading right? See, guys? What is going on with YouTube and my channel.
It's crazy. I mean, I'm not getting the buffering thing, but there's always something that happens, isn't there?
But like I said, some people are moaning that my content is just non-existent on my channel, or my home channel's missing, or they just unsubscribed all of a sudden, or it's just buffering, or it doesn't play anything.
Yeah, when I went to your channel tonight to check out what the show was about, there was no show to click on, and when it actually was there, it said that it had been streamed 9 minutes ago or something.
There was an issue. That was an OBS though, because I set up the stream, walked away, came back, and all of a sudden PJ and Mike were like, "Oh, you streamed for like 9 seconds." I was like, "What? I wasn't by the computer." And I had to end up deleting that, and then we decided to start streaming again. We started streaming, and it created a whole different other stream.
Yeah.
So I had to stop that stream again, delete that one, and go back to my original stream again. So yeah, there's definitely something going on.
There is.
Mm-hmm.
Funnily enough, the first thing you get is a video from Al K, a Glober, Flat Earth debunker.
Mm-hmm.
Though I'm not sure how you can debunk anything if you don't believe proof. How can you disprove something if there's no such thing as proof?
That's also very true. How do you debunk something if there's no proof?
Yeah, science doesn't prove anything,
Yeah. Really weird.
You can't conclusively.
Yeah, you saw my latest short, guys. Science doesn't prove things. Yet, what does FTFE and McToon talk about? Oh, he's got a whole site of scientific proof.
Yeah.
While saying science doesn't prove things. Well done, mate.
Proved, can you conclusively disprove? So funnily enough, you type in Black Swan, the first thing that comes up is, look at that. The first 2 actual related things is from a Glober and another Glober, Jose J.G. Gonzalez. Wow.
Whatever happened to Jose, though?
Oh, yeah.
He also just fell off the map one day.
Finally, we get John Thor. So YouTube up to its
John Thor. Whoop, whoop. Shout out to John Thor.
Now, the people who pioneered and really made this thing what it is, the Nathan Oakley channel and the Quantum Eraser channel, you got to go really far down. So just YouTube is utter trash. Yeah. Cognitive crime up in the D-Live chat says, Neil, the Dark Ages, Tyson. Yeah. What's up, NZ? Says he's brand new to D-Live. Well, welcome. Welcome to D-Live.
Okay.
Black Swan. See, my question here, this is my question. How do you have a horizon behind a horizon? Critical Inception up in the D-Live chat says...
That's exactly what we've been fighting about. How do you have a horizon behind a horizon, guys?
Exactly.
I think the question should be is, how can you claim a geometric horizon if you can only observe a apparent horizon?
Mm-hmm.
It's insane. It's really crazy. That's why I got the next video on here. It's for that. Look who's there. Aww.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Says the geometric horizon can't ever be seen. MC Tune 2020. I saw that. I don't remember Globs ever saying that the horizon itself is refracted, moves around, and changes. Indeed, I always remember, and it's kind of weird that it never clicked sooner. Why it's taken this long for the Black Swan epiphany to happen. Shout out to Quantum Eraser, who says he had the epiphany on the way to the toilet, apparently. and I guess that's how it is. Sometimes amazing things happen in simple moments. What's up, Zena56? Says, good day. But
hey, Templar Knights, good to see you, man. Thank you for coming. I personally think every anti-flat earther and troll should get their lights punched out. I would be first in line to oblige. Just that's what my computer. Yeah. I think he means PJ.
I think so, yeah.
And two wolves, if I haven't said hello, good to see you, man. So yeah, it's insane. You see, the thing is that anti-flat earthers have nothing at the end of the day. That's why they just go and do what they do, because they have nothing. There is no globe to defend. They've lost ages ago.
I know.
So they're trying their utmost best just to try keep their delusions alive, and that's about it.
I'm surprised it never happened sooner. And I guess it took the Black Swan, because what's amazing about the Black Swan is that you can see the horizon behind the platforms, and the oil platforms serve as a clear indicator of the distance over the water. The first one over here on the right is 6 miles away. This one's about 9.5 miles away. At about a 1 foot observer height, the horizon is about a mile away. So we already know that the horizon is a mile away, but we can clearly see this oil platform at 6 whole miles and this oil platform at 9.5 whole miles.
Yeah, you see, Globies, it's very simple. It's not about bendy cranes. It's about, keyword ya, the horizon. The horizon is at a much further distance than it claimed to be on your globe's geometry.
You sounded like the old Cyberman from the old Doctor Who there.
Good point.
The measurements that they've had for 2,000 years.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And those measurements.
Now, it's not that, ooh, I can see oil platforms looming. They're not allowed to use the word looming anymore. That was a big one. Heard that from the Rumpus.
Looming,
Said
yeah.
The word looming is not the proper word now, apparently. So they got that wrong.
They were template says PJK.
Do you know why they use the term looming?
Because they wanted to make you present, because it's looming up above the curve. That's what they're trying. But now, because it shows, but the horizon is going up. This is why we say they got selective refraction.
No, I meant like a loom. Do you know what a loom is? You weave, fur or whatever into
And you
string,
together,
and usually it comes in at angles, and then they weave it together. So there's all these strings going, and they all go into a little point where they whip together on the wheel. You know what I'm saying? So that's why they call it that.
Like a wiring loom in a car, exactly. It looms together to go to every point. Yeah. But yeah, thanks guys all for coming. Please hit the like, share the show. Really, really do appreciate it. Phantom Pain, what's up? Groovy, good to see you. So yeah, again, how do you know the guy's dumb? Telling me you're ignoring the bendy shaped cranes.
Bendy cranes?
I don't know, must I say it in another language for the guy? Must I speak in Afrikaans? Well, must we all speak in different languages? Maybe they'll understand it better. Dit gaan nie oor die cranes nie. Dit gaan oor die horizon. Die horizon is die ding wat ons beklei. Die horizon is nie.
That's the right word.
Horizon.
You horizon.
You hear here, okay? I am speaking deliciously English now. The horizon is the thing of contention.
Charlie Welsh, I thought you were off skis. Turn it on. You can't get enough out of that, can you?
For the last 5 years that they said the lighthouse is looming, the oil plots. But guys, this is the beauty of the Black Swan. From my understanding, the beauty of the Black Swan isn't just that you can see an object that's supposed to be past the horizon. It's that you can see the horizon past the horizon.
It's meant to be past. It's meant to be past the horizon.
There we go. Yeah. And that's the thing. It's about you can see the horizon past the horizon.
Yeah.
So it's not bloody Earth curve then. Wow.
What's a shaped crane? Shaped crane? Oh, crane?
It's dimensionally challenged, that's all.
Yeah, let's put it this way. Groovy is so stupid that he doesn't even understand what stupid actually means. That's the same.
So he knows better, but he goes against it anyway. You're saying he's not like
but
ignorant.
That's the same logic we can take to this argument of the Black Swan. You don't understand what a horizon means, and the argument is the horizon, that you go and move on to bendy cranes. So you are so stupid, hence you don't understand the argument makes you look stupid.
They don't know what an horizon is.
No, they don't.
Temple Knight says, Peter, it took me 4 tries, but I got your initials right. Nice one, dude.
Let's put it this way. When did you guys ever think in your life you would see grown-ass people not know what horizontal means, not know what horizon means, not know what optical means, that you have to explain to them what level means? Where in your life have you ever thought this?
It's like going back to about 1985 for me, back in playground.
No, but even at school.
We're dealing with grown-ass kids.
Especially when they know what level means.
But I mean, even at school, I've never had to worry about explaining some simple things to people. You were taught at school a definition what horizontal and level is.
Yeah, parallel, stuff like that. Yeah.
There is nothing else. Now you come on the internet with grown-ass people and you have to explain simplest things that your 4-year-old child understands.
Yeah, Lorem's asking you a question.
Hey Lorem, good to see you. Hey Flatzoid, can I come into the Ellement chat room to debate about the Black Swan? Yeah, that'll be awesome.
Let me put the
how
link
about
in.
we set it up for tomorrow night, Lorem? Would that be fine?
That'd be better.
Because tonight is about RedPillPhilosophy. So we're having a RedPillPhilosophy stream tonight. But I would love to debate you.
Has he not just watched last 2 minutes of what you've just been playing because he's already lost?
Yeah, well, it's fine. If he wants to come debate, I'm more than happy to. So we can set up the debate tomorrow, Lorem. Email me on flatzoid@gmail.com and then we'll get to it. How's that? Okay. Hey, Faisal, good to see you, man. And Robert D. Robert D, thank you for coming. You guys rock. What's the vote stand on so far? 56 votes. You should have RPP on for a chat sometime. Yes, 75%. No, 25%. I think it'll be awesome to have him on. He was definitely a legend, and just to see how he's getting on in life these days, because we haven't been chatting for a long time. I mean, I still remember him when I was on the Nathan Oakley panel, and that was what 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Only reason I can't go on these days is because since I've had my other job, there's no Wi-Fi, so I'm not able to. But yeah, definitely do miss being on the panel. It'll be great to catch up with him sometime.
What?
Exactly.
How does that work on a globe?
It doesn't.
Can someone please explain to me? Here.
I hope he's showing his
Is it John Bell?
because I was looking for his observation. I don't know if you guys remember his observation with the lighthouse, and it was showing the compression and everything. That's actually what I was looking for, and I just can't seem to find it. That was one of my favorite all-time observations for Flat Earth, was his lighthouse observations. And that, if I can just find that again.
Try that way
Phil
back
Bell?
machine thing.
Damn it. Professor Phil Bell. Oh, God.
I think as every time a Flat Earther opens a Professor Phil Bell video, they start laughing. I think I do. Well, I think he does as well. Do you guys also laugh when you see a Professor Phil Bell?
I laugh every
what?
time.
Professor Phil Bell video, as soon as you see something from them, you just start laughing.
I've heard that bloke say
I don't know it.
dumbest things I've ever heard anybody say.
It's really crazy.
I guess I'm lucky I don't even know it then.
And if we do have time tonight, I got a special just for Professor Phil Bell. Interview with a former NASA satellite engineer turned flat earther. Oh no! So this is for Phil Bell.
Sorry, I missed that flat, so I was just come back from the toilet. I what?
Did you have an epiphany?
No, I mean, what so who turned into Flat Earther?
Ex-NASA satellite engineer.
Interesting.
Remember, Phil Bell told us specifically, if anybody worked on a satellite for NASA, they'll never ever be a flat earther. Weird. Hey, Don Logan, good to see you, man. And Aaron Armstrong, what's up, man?
He also told me that there were no Indian flat earthers. So.
Wow.
Did I have an epiphany?
How many millions of Indian flat earthers are there?
I'll have a shout out to Flat Earther.
Flat
I get it
Earther,
now. You
whoop, whoop.
said, did I have an epiphany? That was a QE thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, on the toilet, yeah. Exactly.
The Indian cosmology was literally the flat version. They just put a globe in the middle of it now.
Mm-hmm.
And if you ask the oldest people in the country, they remember that it was not a globe in the center of it, you know. But some people just don't want to admit it.
Yeah, exactly.
They just slap a globe in anyway, don't they?
Let's watch Professor Phil Bell try and debunk, guys. This is insane. Look how stupid this is looming upwards.
Wow.
How do you have? Let me just go to the D Live chat real quick. I need to breathe. It's too much. I need to breathe.
Hey, Black
What's
Panther,
going on in
good
the
to
D
see
Live
you,
chat?
man.
Shoot first in the D Live chat says because they are wizards. The spell is slowly being broken. Hang on. Let's just play something, while we're here.
I'm glad you enjoy the streams, Templar, man. You rock. I appreciate all your support, man.
Hope this isn't too loud.
Yeah, Aaron, he did build himself off grid, that's what I'm saying. But last time I checked, he was doing stuff about COVID. And that was about it. But he's always been FE, man. Why would he not be FE again just because he went off grid? What the hell?
Yeah.
How does that make a person not FE anymore?
I think that's probably good. Okay.
You're right,
Yes, the spell
Watch
is
this,
broken.
guys.
Thank
Watch
you,
this.
Zena56. Just donated 1 ice cream on D-Live. Thank you very much.
Ice cream.
The spell is slowly being broken. Oh, yes. And the Black Swan has collapsed the globe spell.
Uh-huh. Hey, yeah, exactly, Seymour. Full Bellend, so stupid, he thinks pumice stones will take will take X amount of time to hit the ocean floor. Pumice floats on water. Yeah,
I can remember when that happened in
Wait,
chat.
what?
They're funny.
that was brilliant. Yeah, because he asked him, and they asked him to, because he says he can work out when something will, how fast it will sink. So he says, okay, what about a pumice stone? And he tried to work it out. And how long it will take to, based on how heavy it is out.
See, that's the arrogance. See, in his arrogance, he was too busy trying to make flat earthers look silly to realise that he just had wool pulled over his eyes and he didn't even notice.
But you see, this is the whole thing where I try and get the globers to understand. Just because your math says something doesn't make it reality. His math worked out perfect on his globe, correct?
Mm.
But it does not reality. Pumice doesn't sink. But yet his math said it will sink at an X rate and take an X time to get there. But it doesn't sink. So, math not reality then?
Enjoy having a Danish guy on your screen for a second. Just enjoy it. Take it all in. It's Viggo Mortensen.
Yeah, we know. No.
Pretty great actor.
I
He
didn't know
should
he
make
was
more
Danish.
movies,
I
seriously.
didn't know he was
Well,
Oh, he's Danish, yeah.
Danish. No, cool.
It's
He
just
is?
a very
I
normal
didn't know that.
Danish name, Morten.
Right.
Is it short for something, or is Vigo just a name?
No, Viggo is
It's
just
his
a
name.
name.
Yeah, it's a name, yeah.
What does it mean? I know I'm asking stupid
Nothing.
questions.
You would say Viggo.
Let's
I
just
actually
go.
thought it was Italian.
Just thinking of the music.
No. It's very. It's like more old Danish name. You know, it's not so modern.
I think it's the Vigo that kind of got me, probably, more than the Mortensen.
Not many people are called Vigo.
Yeah.
To me, it sounds like an Italian. Right.
Exactly, Templar. They just want the money. Exactly.
That's it. I'm changing my name again.
My mic.
Yes. Yes. Boom.
Boom.
Boom. Okay. Sorry, I had to play that. It's too good.
I remember
What's
when
up,
that
Adam
was all
Force?
around. You see, Aaron, this is why we say you guys are stupid. I'm sorry to be blunt. The damn bendy cranes has got nothing to do with the argument.
We were just saying that as well.
So if you still don't understand it, you are by proxy a moron. Sorry to be blunt.
Bobcat, bye-bye globheads, yes. All right.
Hello, Flatzoid.
Oh, what? I hear someone?
Yes.
Hey,
me,
how's it going?
Ronnie's.
How's it going?
Fine. I was here because I saw your debate with FTFE.
Oh yeah.
And well,
it's you again.
Yes, and well, I have some problems with some Globers, and I wanted to show them your argument about the horizontal, and well, I didn't understand it very well, so I wanted to see if you could explain
He
it.
would like it to expand on it.
Okay.
Yes.
You know,
Oh, with the
get it
equatorial
detailed so he can understand.
with the equatorial plane and why it stays horizontal. Yes. Okay, perfect. I actually wanted to do a video on this tomorrow, but we can actually run down quickly on it. You can see my screen probably. I'm going to mute it though. This is a circle I drew. You can see it on screen, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so this is a circle. That's the center. This would be the equatorial plane. So in other words, it's cutting through the center of the Earth. If you're taking a sphere and you cut it in half, this would be...
Yes, exactly the middle part, yes.
Yeah, this would be that plane, the equatorial plane. Now, I'm going to draw a radius quickly from the center, which has a radius value of, I think it's just over 6,000 kilometers.
Yes.
6,309 kilometers, okay? We understand that the radius is a straight line because, well, it's a horizontal plane, so planes are two-dimensional flat planes. So it's horizontal.
Yes, I have a question.
Yeah.
The term horizontal is absolute or relative to something else?
It's always relative to a vertical.
Okay, so just because I will have to explain it later, what would be the vertical in this case?
The center of Earth will have to be the vertical because it's equatorial. It's to the poles. So the south and the north pole would be.
Okay, it will be the axis.
Yeah,
that's what would be the vertical.
Yeah, so you're gonna see me draw it now. See, I'm showing east for the equatorial. So I'm putting equatorial plane. It's showing it's a horizontal, and this is the vertical, which gives its reference to know it's horizontal. Because remember, what is the equatorial plane actually in the sphere?
Yes, it's like, so the circle in the middle would be like a part of this plane that we are imagining, which has coordinates in the x and z axis, I suppose, not y axis because it is a plane, obviously. But the circle that you're drawing would be a part of that plane, or exactly. The plane itself.
Exactly.
I don't understand that.
Yeah, but I'm showing. Okay, so look, that would be the North Pole and the South Pole on their globe. So it's north, east, south, west on their globe, okay?
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to draw just straight through to show the equatorial plane goes right through the center. Because this is just showing geometrically that it's a horizontal based from the north and the south. So what happens, that's what I asked, do you know what an equatorial plane is?
Yes, it will be like you described, the plane that cuts in the middle of the sphere.
Yeah, exactly. So that is the equatorial plane. It will always be horizontal because it's 0 degrees to north or south. It stays 0 degrees because it's the equatorial plane. You can't place the equatorial plane like he wanted to by Australia at 45 or 80 or 60 degrees. It has to stay 0 degrees.
Yes, but okay, so we have the plane, and it is vertical to a line that cuts across the axis, like right? And the plane, I am trying to understand all of it, and the plane would be like, well, a line that is perpendicular to that axis, and we expand it in one axis, in Z axis, like for example. I don't know if you can understand me, but we have the axis, we have a perpendicular line, and well, based upon that line that is perpendicular to the axis, we trace a plane, right?
Yeah.
And inside of this plane that we are tracing, we draw a circle that has every one of its points is in relation to the center of the Earth, you would call it. Every one of the points of this circle would be points in the surface of Earth.
It will point up, yeah.
Right?
But remember, because this is based on the equatorial plane being the horizontal, remember?
Yes.
It shares the same horizontal. What Craig and them are trying to do was saying...
Sorry, can I interrupt you?
Yeah.
It shares the same horizontal as what? Sorry, I couldn't understand that.
They share the same horizontal right through the same radius. So, let's say from
the
center...
What does share the same horizontal? Sorry if I interrupt you a lot.
The vertical. But... So, the whole 6,309 kilometers from point A to point B is across the same horizontal plane. They have to share the same vertical. Because it makes a 90 degree.
What has to share the same vertical? You have the segment, right? That segment that goes from the point in the middle of the circle to the
radius,
east.
The equatorial plane radius has to share the same vertical.
Sorry, but the radius... okay, sorry if I cannot understand it, but you have the radius that goes from the middle of the circle to one point of the circumference, right? It could be any point. Like I could take, for example, let's suppose that we have in that map the northeast or the northwest.
Okay, northwest,
any of those. If I trace a line from that point to the middle, it would also be a radius.
Yeah,
right?
But we are specifically talking about the equatorial plane as the radius. That's why.
I thought that the plane itself, that like the paper itself, was the plane.
No,
not the middle of the circle.
Yeah,
that
this is now two-dimensionally putting the globe side view, and this cuts it in the middle. You understand? So this would be the equatorial plane.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, if you want to, you can still lie it down flat, and then this dot here would, if you look at it three-dimensionally, would come up towards you. Then you just put this as a zenith. But this whole circumference would still be a horizontal plane because it's cutting the sphere in half. That's it'll be an equatorial plane. So every point on this plane shares the same horizontal and the same vertical. Because to have a horizontal, it has to have perpendicular to vertical. And if the reference to vertical is north or south, and you have a distance measurement of a radius on the horizontal equatorial plane, it has to share the same vertical. It can't have a different vertical.
What does sharing the same vertical or horizontal mean? Like the word itself, like you're using, share.
It just means 6,309 kilometers from point A to point B of the radius sits on exactly the same horizontal plane. So in other words, if it's and a horizontal is always perpendicular to a vertical.
Yes, if we try to define a perpendicular with horizontal, it will be a cyclic definition. But yes, for this purpose, I suppose.
Great, and the vertical is going straight through the center of the Earth to meet the equatorial plane. So it
because it is perpendicular. Yes,
great.
I understand that.
So that determines what the equatorial plane is as horizontal. So if I had to take now and decide, okay, I'm putting a new zenith based on the Earth's surface, the equatorial plane is no longer horizontal, and therefore it's no longer equatorial plane.
Sorry, the equatorial plane is not longer horizontal to the axis?
Exactly.
Or, yes, because it is a relative concept, right? Because the equatorial plane is only relative, it's only perpendicular relative to the axis, right? What do you mean that it stops being perpendicular when you take a zenith?
Because then it's no longer... let's see if I can draw this quickly on...
Yes, it would be better.
If I can draw this on paint for you. But I'm glad you came in.
Yes, I'm trying to understand the argument.
Okay, let's see. Because it's actually very simple. Okay, let's say I'm going to try and draw a new zenith through, okay? I've drawn out a new zenith. You would agree now, this is no longer a horizontal if that is the zenith as its reference. That's the new vertical.
Yes, in comparison to the plane that we have.
Great. So the equatorial plane can't be horizontal then.
But okay, so I'm having like some kind of brain seizure right now. Sorry, but you have that zenith, which is not perpendicular in relation to the equatorial plane, right? But the equatorial plane itself doesn't stop being perpendicular to the axis, right?
That's what I'm saying.
Or does it?
So remember, if you have a measurement, a horizontal measurement, you would understand it doesn't go higher or lower. So it stays perpendicular always to the reference of the vertical. And the reference is based on the north and south pole. Okay, so it's made a 90-degree angle. Okay? So
yes.
It's a 90-degree angle. The point from this point to the outside of the radius has to be the same horizontal plane perpendicular to the same vertical. So it shares the same vertical. Otherwise, it's no longer horizontal because it has to be perpendicular to the vertical. As soon as you try and make a new vertical, it now creates a new horizontal because it has to create a new 90. So therefore, it can't be an equatorial plane because the equatorial plane is specifically 0 degrees on a sphere.
Sorry, what do you mean that it can't be an equatorial plane? Do you refer to that line which is yellow? That is...
Let's say that's Australia. Yeah, that's not an equatorial plane because that's like where Australia would be.
Yes. And okay, so the line that is yellow is not the equatorial plane.
No.
But the line that we trace from east to west is still the equatorial plane.
Yeah, that's what I say. The equatorial plane always cuts the globe in half. And that equatorial plane is a horizontal because it's 0 degrees. For it to be 0 degrees, it has to be in reference to a 90 degrees, which is north and south. So as soon as you change the new zenith, it will have to be a 90 degree again, which would therefore make an equatorial plane not the equatorial plane anymore, and therefore not horizontal. So that's why Craig...
I understand what you're saying. You're saying that if we choose another zenith, we are changing the thing that we are basing the definition of equatorial plane off. So, for example, if I choose that line that you traced, which is like 45 degrees, I suppose, and I use it as a zenith, I am changing the definition of what an equatorial plane is.
Yes, exactly. You're taking away what the equatorial plane, because then this would be the new 0 degree. And if you're on the globe, we all know that Australia doesn't sit at 0 degree latitude.
Okay, but mind if I ask you why, if I choose like that zenith, I am changing the definition itself? Because I know the argument. The argument is that if I choose a different zenith, I am changing the definition of equatorial plane. I want to know why.
Because the equatorial plane is simply 0 degrees on a sphere. So the latitude,
in relationship to the axis.
So it determines the 0 latitude. So it determines the equator of the sphere. So
Yes,
So
I completely understand that.
So because it determines the equator of the sphere and it's a horizontal measurement of 6,309 kilometers, it means it's not a curve. The whole measurement is based on a horizontal flat baseline. So that's what I said. So because here at the radius center, it has.
So I couldn't understand that last thing that you said. You said something about curved and that
concave, exactly, horizontal concave. And this is exactly was the argument about. A horizontal line can't curve, and because they made a quote-unquote measurement, which was just a calculation, of a radius of 6,309 kilometers of the equatorial plane, he literally said, we are measuring the Earth flat. And he doesn't get that, because the equatorial plane is horizontal. And because it has a vertical at 90, it will always share the same vertical across that whole radius. It can't change. Get it?
Yes, that is exactly a part that I couldn't understand. Yes, you have the first line that you made with blue coloring, for example. You have that line. Why does every point in the surface of Earth have to be has to make a line to the equatorial plane that is parallel to the first that you draw, to the first line? I don't know if I am explaining myself very well, but what I'm saying basically is that you have that line that is light blue in the middle. Why does any other points in the surface of Earth have to need that a line parallel to that one?
The surface of Earth has nothing to do with it. That's a straw man. That's what I was trying to explain to them. Because the argument was they went to the center of Earth to take their measurement of 6,309 kilometers of the equatorial plane. So they went to Hull, in other words, to take their measurement so they could get the radius of Earth. So what I was trying to explain was, because they went to the quote-unquote center of Earth, to Hull, they made a horizontal calculation, because it's not measured, you can't go to the center, and tried...
Can I ask a question quickly, Flatzoid?
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt. Who's made this argument?
This was Craig, Flat Earth.
Oh, right. I was trying to get my head around who's been making...
This is why they wanted me to get a mathematician, because they said I'm wrong when I say the equatorial plane will always share the same vertical.
Vertical, of course it does.
Because otherwise it won't be horizontal anymore.
No,
yeah.
But they try and strawman and say, oh, I have on a globe Earth, I have a new zenith, but then it's not 0 degrees anymore.
No.
You'd have to reorientate your plane, and it won't be equatorial plane anymore.
Exactly, because the reference is always the vertical. It would change the reference of the horizontal.
Yeah.
And that's why I already closed the video. But yeah. So as soon as you're moving the reference of the vertical, you're moving the reference of the horizontal, and therefore it changes where the equatorial plane would be, and therefore he would be claiming Australia would be now on the equator.
Yeah.
I understand it now. So you're saying that when they were claiming that they measured, they calculated based upon other variables, but when they measured the distance from one point of the surface of Earth to the center, they when they do the zenith, in this case, they are changing the definition of what an equatorial plane is.
Exactly.
So they are putting, like, for example, Australia in the equator, which wouldn't have any sense. Wouldn't make
exactly.
any sense.
Exactly, because the reference is always the vertical to the horizontal, and because the equatorial plane can only be 0 degrees on their sphere, and it's perpendicular, they can't now make a new equatorial plane not 0 degrees if they're going to say it's a reference to a vertical, which is always 90 degrees.
Right. So if they're if they are taking, for example, any point on the surface of Earth, and they're claiming that it is at a certain distance from the center, they are changing when they are doing that the definition of an equator, or I am strawmanning you?
Yeah, the straw man is they taking it from the center of Earth now. Remember, his argument was they took a measurement at the center of Earth on the equatorial plane. So they literally saying, this is the observation point to the circumference. So across this horizontal equatorial plane, because this is 0 degrees. And it's in reference to a 90-degree north. So as soon as...
Okay.
So the thing is, if you can imagine a right angle triangle, for instance, it'll always be 90 degrees here. So it doesn't matter where I am on this point of this horizontal plane, it shares the same vertical. It can never change verticals. Now, they are trying to say, but if I change my zenith, and we understand now the new reference is this zenith, which is vertical, therefore my horizontal will have to change. And then it's no longer the equatorial plane in the sphere of a 0 degree.
No.
So they were totally strawmanning, and because they strawmanned, they were too dumb to see their strawman through their argument in the dustbin.
Okay. This triangle that you have drawn is very good for a question that I had. What are these red lines that you draw parallel to the first one, which is 90 degrees, because it's one of the sides of the triangle in this case, right? The I don't know the exact name, but in Spanish we say cateto, but I don't know what is its name in English. Why did you draw, or what does that lines represent that are parallel to the first one that you drew that is red, which is on the 90 degrees?
Yeah, it's to show. Yeah, it's to show that they share the same vertical. So it doesn't matter on what point you are on that horizontal, it always has the same vertical shared.
Okay, and sharing a vertical means that if I am in a coordinate plane and I put myself in any point inside of the coordinate plane, the reference vertical, or you could say the y-axis, would be exactly the same. That's what you're saying, or
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, yes, but exactly. And why are you drawing like parallel if
because they have to be parallel.
First line.
They have to. No,
the other lines that were parallel to the first one that you drew in the 90 degrees of the triangle.
It's just like when you said if you were on one point in that horizontal plane, it's just showing you all them lines in many places.
Vertical. Yeah, they're just all vertical.
So like wherever you stand on that plane and you draw vertical, you'd have 90 to your horizontal.
Yeah.
If you did 100 lines all over that plane, they'd all be the same.
All be vertical. Yeah.
Okay, so if you draw any line on, for example, you have this axis that is very good for my explanation.
Yeah.
You'll draw any line that goes through 1 or 2 or 3, and you have a triangle exactly which has its 90 degrees in the intersection between the y-axis and x-axis. If you draw lines in 1, 2, 3, and every other part of that x-axis, they would be all parallel to the y-axis.
Exactly.
Right? Yes, and that was my question. What are those lines for?
To show it shares the same parallel. It has to share the same vertical, just like it shares. Because remember, what's the argument? The vertical determines the horizontal.
Yes.
So, if your vertical determines the horizontal, and you have a measured radius horizontal of set distance, in this case over 6,000 kilometers, the point of that whole horizontal means it doesn't curve, so it shares the same vertical. So no matter where you are on that point of the horizontal, you'll always go straight up to the same vertical.
you would always go straight up to the same vertical. What does
So therefore,
that
it
mean?
debunks diverging zeniths.
Yeah.
Yes, but I couldn't understand that part in the last.
Remember
thing
that the
you said.
globe
It's
is
very difficult.
yeah, because the globes are always trying to claim diverging zeniths, and that's why you have as a globe.
Well, imagine
But
if all them lines you've drawn were plumb bobs.
That's what I'm
Exactly.
saying. That's exactly. These will all be plumb bobs.
Yeah.
So it's a measurement of 6,039 kilometers over a flat Earth. So what I was trying to explain was you measured it flat then try to reify it into a globe.
Okay, so they measure something flat and they say that it is a globe.
Exactly.
Right.
That was the point.
Okay. Now I understand it. Thank you.
I try to explain it as good as I can. But like I said, I wanted to do a video on it properly, but I think this explained it in simple terms. I hope so. But thanks for coming in, man.
No problem. Thank you, Flatzoid.
I hope it makes sense. Okay, we got to carry on with the show, guys.
Yep.
Okay.
So, we go back to the Black Swan. How do you have a horizon? How do you...
Wait, before we go on. I don't know, this guy sort of sounded very globe-like to me, though. Like he was like almost a I got you kind of thing.
Oh.
The guy that was in now.
Thought you knew him.
I didn't know him.
No,
I never met the guy.
He came on that night after that show. He
I
met
thought where you were talking like you've spoke about this before.
Yeah,
That
with
was it.
FTFE.
It was on-
I debated
on
it.
Yeah, I remember it from that. Yeah.
Yeah,
He
after the
saw
show
debate.
when
Yeah.
he did, and after the show he came in a little too late. Everybody had just left, and he
Okay.
came in to ask if you could help him understand it better. And I said, come back one day when we are live around this time or this time.
Yeah.
And I guess that was today.
Yeah. Because sometimes I'm always skeptic. It's like, is it just a glober trying to act like a flat earther to try and see if he can get to I got you kind of thing?
Well, there is no got you like that with
No.
that. It is what it is.
Look at Smokey McBacon. Your misunderstanding makes perfect sense. There's no misunderstanding. It has to share the same horizontal because it has to keep with a 0 degree, which is in contention to reference of a vertical. So if you're claiming vertical is the reference for a horizontal, and it has a horizontal based on a vertical, it has to share the same vertical from point A to point B. It's as simple as that. So therefore, flat then, it's not hard to understand. Yet these people are so stupid, they don't understand when they make a new vertical.
Too stupid to even give thought, man. It's like, why is it even an argument?
Because FTFE is so dumb, that's why. I mean, it's very simple stuff to explain. I don't even understand why I need to go to a geometry teacher to ask this question. Is an equatorial plane 0 degrees to a sphere? And if it is in contention to a reference for a vertical, which would be north and south, if I change, therefore, the reference, will it no longer be a horizontal because it has to be perpendicular? It will no longer be horizontal.
I didn't really understand what was being said with what. This is what I understood it to be. They're changing, instead of having the north, they decided a different zenith.
That's the straw man.
Yeah.
Well, then they'd have to reorientate.
Remember, their claim is when you drop a plumb bob, it diverges. It's
It doesn't.
to you, it's vertical. So you have a reference now for horizontal because of that vertical. Now, if you're claiming the equatorial plane, which is the equator on the sphere, it has to stay at 0 degrees always on that sphere. If I take a ball and I cut it in half now, it stays that way. No matter where I decide to try and put a new vertical, then it won't be horizontal anymore.
Is this just diverging plumb bob argument?
Exactly.
Is that all?
That's all it is.
Well,
so
that's
their straw man inadvertently proves that they don't have diverging zeniths because he measured a radius of the equatorial plane, which is horizontal, based from a reference of vertical from the north and south, of 6,039 kilometers. So their whole circumference is based from a measurement, quote unquote measurement, because it's actually calculations, because they went to the center of Earth, of flat baseline. Aaron, I've tried to contact many mathematicians, and every time I do so, I get they get trolled by Globers, and then they want nothing to do with me. It's called mudding the waters because you're dishonest fucks, sorry to say. So yeah, it's really idiotic if you guys want me to go and get a mathematician and ask him a question. Every time I pop in to ask a question, I get trolled by more Globers and they get trolled by more Globers, and then they want nothing to do with me because they're so dishonest. So no. Okay? I don't need to get a mathematician because a mathematician doesn't need to say anything other than, yeah, the horizontal will change. Therefore, it won't be a horizontal 0 degree based on your argument that the reference is a vertical. If you change the reference, it will no longer be a 0 degree horizontal. It's crazy. If it's perpendicular, keyword here, perpendicular, it cannot change zeniths.
But celestial navigation kills diverging zeniths anyway, so why even argue it, man?
It's just stupid. It's a really stupid argument. It's the most, I don't know, this is one of the most mind-numbing, idiotic arguments I've ever had to debate on. A horizontal cannot change. A horizontal is always this way. Not this way, or this way, or this way. It's this way. That's horizontal. Full stop.
It's too silly to argue about, mate. It really is.
So yeah, anyway. That kind of took us off of where we were.
Yeah.
I didn't get any super chats, no, okay.
So I've got Craig to thank for that complete waste of half an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice one, Craig.
That's why you love him. Because he's a waste of time.
Yeah, Norman Cross, exactly. Nobody needs a mathematician to understand this simple explanation. This is the... I mean, when you literally get into geometry, this is the thing that's explained to you.
How do you have a horizon? Thank you, Critical Inception, donated 1 ice cream. Thank you very much. How do you have a horizon beyond a horizon on a globe?
You don't.
Okay, all right.
You don't have an horizon on globe.
Let's do some...
Actually, yeah, but they do put in their geometry with X marks the spot, their tangent. And then we say, okay, show me your tangent here, please.
I've not seen no curving horizons.
It's crazy. Yeah, remember, let's do this. I don't know if you saw this. Channel. I think it's, which one? This one. Oh, no, it's not this one. It's this one.
Talking about the curvature from left to right, not from front to back.
Can anyone say toilet roll Earth?
Can,
He's
because
off his
that
head,
infographic
isn't he,
was
that?
talking about the curvature from left to right, not from front to back.
So that's very simple. What he was talking about was, the argument from the guy was, so you guys want to claim Earth is too big, so we can't see curve. But you from left to right, but it's big enough, it's small enough to be able to see boats go over a curve 3 miles away. Yeah. So then I said, okay, so toilet roll Earth then. Last time I checked, it's supposed to be a sphere, so it should have the same curve from left to right, just as it is from
direction.
Yeah.
On your x-axis, I mean, on your peripheral view, I mean, how many miles do you actually see? It's got to be a lot of miles.
Yeah, but I mean, let's say we look at things like that with Grayson trying to push the furthest observation, what, something like 400 kilometers or something. Where was the left to right curve?
Exactly.
Oh wait, but he wasn't even fighting for front to back curve because you claimed refraction made it look flat. So flat Earth then.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's crazy. If you guys want to get a mathematician, how about leave me the F alone? Then I can get an actual mathematician that wants to actually talk to me. Because as soon as I contact someone...
You better finding one that they don't know about.
Look at this way. Look at this honest these twats are. As soon as I contact someone, somehow the anti-flat earther trolls get in there. Oh, this guy's a dumb dumb flat earther. Just don't listen to him. He's trolling you. Blah blah. They're mudding the waters. Then that person doesn't want to talk to me because of them. Because these guys are too idiotic and too pathetic to let me have a conversation with a mathematician online. And sorry to say, I work in the day.
I'll just go to nearest university and find one.
I'm not driving through. I'm not driving 3.5 hours to go ask a damn mathematician. Sorry, is this horizontal line a horizontal line?
Yeah, I suppose it's getting into.
It's idiotic. It's really idiotic. So these pathetic morons want to tell me I must contact someone. Every time I try to contact someone, they are there mudding the waters for me. It's pathetic. It's disgusting. So no, I don't need to do anything other than just show you guys are idiots when you claim a horizontal line is not horizontal.
Yeah.
It's time to grow up. I don't need to do anything. By the way, Craig has to delete his channel because that's what he said he'll do if I show it's horizontal.
Yeah, that was the deal, and he already turned around and said...
But all he did was, the twat, that is a lying twat clown, goes back on his word and says, I was only joking, you know. Yeah.
Yeah. He really wasn't.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It just shows you these guys have nothing but lies and idiotic dishonesty.
I don't know why all these people are going out of buffering. I'm not getting any of that. That's all. It's weird.
Hey, Jamie C. Yoda, what's up? Jamie C. Level, good to see you.
Internet.
Yeah, but it's everybody else. That's what I say, Michael. It's them. There's a whole bunch of different people. Not everybody's struggling with internet at the same time, can they? This is a YouTube issue. This is a YouTube issue.
Yeah, Vicky's is alright.
But not for us, it isn't.
Yeah, but not everybody. It doesn't get everybody. It just gets certain amount of people. This is definitely a YouTube issue. I mean, how much people have decided, sorry, I can't watch a stream because of buffering. It hurts my view account. Why must I clear my history, Jolly Man?
It's not to do with our history that people are getting buffering, is it?
No. Again, if it was my internet, it would be buffering for everyone. It's not buffering for everyone, so it's not my internet.
Wow.
See, now he says, I can hear only half what he's saying. Sound is buffering. So therefore it's not my issue, then it's YouTube issue.
I can hear you alright. PJ can.
Vicky can.
What about your desk?
I hear everything pretty damn fine.
Oh, so there's something going off there then, isn't there? If we can all hear
and I actually got very bad signal tonight, so my internet goes in and out all the time, but when I finally get it to work for a while, it's clear. No problems. And it's me dropping out when it does something. Not the stream. It's myself dropping. It's my internet fucking up when something happens.
Okay.
I have no problem with the stream.
Download 39 megabytes per second. That's more than enough needed for a stream, guys.
That's more than people believe you even have over there.
Upload 30. Upload is about 30 megabytes per second. Come on, guys. Tell me again how it's my internet issues. Yeah.
We can't be if it's fine for us. You know what I mean?
People probably think you got like 5 megabit as a maximum over there. Maybe 10 if you're rich.
I mean, I got fiber for a reason, so it can be stable.
Yeah, that's the stuff.
Hey, Space Miner, good to see you. Okay, you guys want to go on with this, where he talks now about this clown? Wow.
Okay, guys. So if you're not aware, there's a lot of buzz happening in the flat versus globe debate because of something called the Black Swan argument, and it's being touted as undebunkable. The globe is dead. If you are unfamiliar with the Black Swan argument, there's a link in the description. I think this video sums it up pretty well, but that's not precisely what I want to talk about today. This is a video from a globe priest, religion-tarded globe priest, Bob the pseudoscience guy, and he claims to have crushed the soul of flat Earth in an attempt to debunk the Black Swan argument. And there's something very interesting he says at the end of this video, which I think might be a bit of an issue for the globtards. Let's listen.
We understand a little better about the concept of a geometric horizon versus an apparent horizon. And remember, if you're looking out at the beach and you see where the ocean meets the sky, that's the apparent horizon because you're looking through an atmosphere and there's refraction. Now, if you want to see a geometric horizon, join NASA, become an astronaut, and go to the moon. They'll be all around you there.
What? Okay, so let's say we violate the second law of thermodynamics and go to a rock which they claim in space and look out at the Earth. You're not looking through atmosphere anymore.
You're looking through all of it.
You're still looking through it. This is how dumb the idiot is. What the hell?
So Bob says that the horizon you see when you're standing at the shoreline looking out over water is not actually the geometric horizon. He says it's the apparent horizon because of refraction, because there's an atmosphere causing refraction. So he says if you want to see an actual horizon, become a NASA astronaut, go to the moon, and then look back at Earth, and then you can see the horizon, the true geometric horizon, he claims, because since there's no atmosphere, then there's no refraction, so you're actually seeing the actual horizon. And again, he's saying that this right here is, you're not looking at the actual horizon, the geometric horizon of Earth. He's saying that this is only the apparent. This line here is only the apparent. It's not, it's refracted. But here's what I wanted to bring up.
Yeah, great. So if it's only refracted, how can you claim geometric?
Common test that globs like
parallax.
to perform, but they get these water level tubes, and they line the camera up with the water level of these tubes, and they claim that because the horizon in the distance appears lower than the water level of these tubes, then that's evidence or proof
it's called parallax.
that the horizon does not rise to eye level, that it's actually below eye level. If according to Bob and a lot of other globs, Bob the Glob, they're now saying that the horizon you see is not the actual geometric curved edge obstruction of the Earth itself, blocking things on the other side. If it's not the actual geometric horizon, that is just apparent because it's refracted, then how can this be used as any evidence or proof that the horizon isn't rising to eye level? If according to the globs now, they're now saying that the horizon itself can be refracted and misplaced. It can be moved. It can change. And if the horizon itself can be moved or changed, then it could just as easily be that, oh, when you go out there and you put these water levels up and the horizon doesn't appear to rise to the level of the water in the tubes, then couldn't that just be that the horizon is being refracted?
Oopsie. Great argument. Yeah, I mean, if they claim you can't see the geometric horizon, only see the refractor, then why are they doing this and claiming, well, we're seeing a geometric horizon now? Also note, this
There's
photo,
a difference.
Yeah, also note, this photo is showing, this is based on parallax. If the camera was raised ever so slightly, they will all align. You can raise it enough that these are below the horizon, by the way.
Yeah. And they're not even, those two are not lined up, no.
But you understand, his camera is below this line.
Yeah.
If you had to raise it to level of it, it would be level with the horizon.
Oh,
If you had
yeah,
to
yeah,
raise
of
it
course.
above, it would be below the horizon. It's just parallax.
Up or down, wherever it happens to be. So if that's the case, then all of these little water level tests are totally bunk. And this whole water level horizon drop test thing has been cited by countless globs. Our recent debate opponent, MC Goon, even mentioned this. He's mentioned it in multiple debates. Here's one. The rest of this video, uncensored, is available right now at LBRY. Now, when you link in the description.
But there we go. What do you have to say about that? It's crazy.
It is. It's just.
Hey LJ, thank you. Disable comments on your videos for a while and lose the trust. That's the problem. They don't leave. Even if I'm going to disable it, they don't leave. They go and bother me on emails or Discord, or they're going to join Element and bother me, or yeah, they try every kind of thing they can because they got some weird obsession. It's really, really odd.
Like we discovered tonight with that dude Thumdoc or whatever his name was, using your avatar. It's just ridiculous.
Hey Quinlan, good to see you, man. Thank you for coming.
It's not even your avatar. It's your It's a picture of you from somewhere. I don't know where it's from. If it's just from a video or whatever.
They want Flatzoid to love balls like they do.
I am not. Let's put it this way. How would
Heliosexuals, isn't it? I'm a heliophobe.
I'm trying to think. How about no?
You're a heliophobe.
I want nothing to do with your Allah. I'm trying to think what's the guy's name. Yeah.
I just were reading chat. Like I can't. There's people still in chat don't know what Horizon is.
Horizon is an apparent position where the Earth and the sky appear to meet. In other words, it's not physically touching. It's an apparent position based on a horizontal line. It's optical. Should we say it in another language, maybe? Slower, maybe? Because at this point, I really think they are retarded. No, actually, that's an insult to retarded people. Sorry. You are dumb. Even that's
dumb.
There's even no. What's the most insulting, stupid name we can give these guys? Because even that makes them sound more intelligent than they are. If you don't know what a horizon is, I have a problem wondering how you're able to breathe on your own.
Waka.
Fully dysfunctional.
Tesla. Little bitch PJ blocking people for no reason. Little bitch. No, they block people like you that come and troll. And by the way, you were just timed out now.
It was a block.
Oh. See, this is what I'm saying.
And who's crying? Who's crying?
They are, because they have to create...
Who's the little bitch?
Think about it. They have to create new accounts.
He was timed out for repeating himself. He kept going on and on and on about the same thing to the same time.
But notice how the guy's so dumb. He doesn't know the difference between timed out and blocked.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
not often block people.
Yeah.
It baffles me how they even managed to get in chat to comment.
Tesla. He probably doesn't even have a Tesla, and he's dreaming of becoming one of those people with a Tesla, and it's not even helping Earth. So
yeah, it's crazy.
I want the one that's orbiting the Earth.
It's actually gonna fuck up Earth even more than all the cars we had before, electric cars.
It's crazy. Yeah, even better. A definition for the horizon is caused by the limit of your depth of perspective, not due to curving Earth. Yep. It's all just perspective.
Right.
What? Smoky Bacon. So now you're soliciting suggestions for abusive names. Wow. Sorry? What? I'm sorry. It's fact. You guys are stupid, Smoky. You don't like it? Then leave. Go. We don't need... Yeah, but you understand what I'm saying? I don't need them here. They are stupid. The fact they are still here... The fact they are still here after we call them idiotic and stupid shows what the hell is really wrong with them.
Yeah, maggots feeding on a dead ball.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm not here to win any votes. Okay, I'm here for truth. And if you don't like it, you can just go away. It's as simple as that. I don't ascribe to your heliocentric satanic lie. It is a cult, and I am not interested. I think that's as plain as simple as I can say it.
I think that's straight enough.
Yeah.
Fireworks, man. Loads. You hear them?
Yeah, I heard that, yeah. I wanted to ask you guys,
I
how's the protests going there? Is it okay now? Has it calmed down a bit?
I had to look today, like, but it's feeling that Amnesty Day, ain't it?
Of course, yeah.
What
So,
process?
something's been going off, like, but I ain't looked.
Because it's crazy. But you see what we said in the beginning. This is what's going to happen when they're letting all those immigrants in by the busloads.
Yep.
Now the police are outnumbered. Now they can't do anything about it. Very clever. Very, very clever. I mean, shame. I saw a video before this now where guys just climbing on the statues, taking off all the profanity signs and flags and stuff off. And they're attacking him for it.
Some crazy stuff goes off.
It's crazy. Yeah. Anyway, I guess that's the show.
That Antifa fuels it and all, you know. They get involved with it. And...
Yeah, but this is all just propaganda from people. That's all. It's just they want the West to fall, as they put it.
That's it.
Okay, so like I said, we're not really. I wanted to end, but I don't want to. I think I'm trying to get my blood pressure down by watching now how he interviews a former NASA satellite engineer.
It's very pleasant to listen to, isn't it? Like, it's
like, relaxing.
Soothing.
So
funny.
Yeah, so let's go on with the show, guys. If you haven't already, please hit the like, share the show, and let all the anti-flat earthers know they are stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or if you've got a wrench, just boot them out.
Yeah. Oh, and thanks everybody for your support on the channel. Really do appreciate your support. And no, I'm not saying trolls. I don't appreciate your support because you are just stupid. And you just push my blood pressure up for no reason. Yeah.
And you stink away and your mum dresses you funny.
Go back to your mom's basement. Just leave us alone. They remind me of you trying to sleep and you got like mosquitoes flying around you the whole time. And as soon as you put the lights on, they just disappear. And then you climb back in bed, put the light on, and they're just flying around you the whole time. This is how the trolls are.
They're just, I don't know, it's funny sometimes. Like, you know, when they're constantly commenting to you and things that they say, it's like, have you heard yourself?
It's like ADHD up to the eyeball or something, isn't it?
I want to see something.
It's fireworks, isn't it?
It does sound like it.
Yeah,
he's gonna try again.
That's right, man.
Yeah, you see there, guys. It was 11 minutes long because he couldn't take it that it was just buffering the whole time. So yeah, that's at least one positive based on that.
Look at stats on him.
He deleted one of my comments the other day where he was bragging that he's gonna try and make his own absinthe. So I told him, wow, so you are proud to be a drug abuser and a alcoholic, and you want to tell me I'm stupid.
Is that Sean, is it?
Sean Hawkins. So guys, Sean Hawkins needs...
Absinthe's green like methadone.
Yeah.
It's probably methadone he's got.
But you understand, now I understand why he's so stupid. I was wondering, did he fall on his head or something?
Absinthe's like 75% or something, isn't it?
He'll not even be able to make it, man.
No. He probably liquidized candy.
But the thing is,
alright guys, I gotta leave, so I just want to say bye and see you tomorrow. And enjoy the rest of the show.
Cheers, Lord. Thanks for coming, man. Cheers.
See you all.
See you later.
Flatzoid needs some troll spray. I do. I think I do. But yeah, but I still, the thing is, even though I see Sean Hawkins is so stupid and stuff, I still have pity for the guy. I still pray that he does come right with God before he dies, because he's not far off. You know what I mean? He needs God. So I do pray for him before it's too late.
He's passed his expiry date a long time ago, I think, so he needs to get right with God quick, I think.
But I think there's a lot of people today that need to reevaluate their life choices when it comes to God.
Absolutely.
Especially now. The things that are happening, dudes, it's like It's the time, dude. It's time to be serious.
Yeah, that's it. And that starts at home as well, you know what I mean? It goes for me as well, you know what I mean? It goes for everybody.
It's crazy. Okay, so yeah, this is for dedicated to Phil Bell. Interview with a former NASA satellite engineer who turned flat earther. Woohoo!
Live, everybody. I want to say thanks, everyone, for tuning in to Red Pill Philosophy. Today I have, I think, a bit of a treat for you guys. I am interviewing a gentleman here who says he's a former NASA satellite engineer. Very interesting, and now he's a flat earther. I mean, I think that's what he called himself. We're going to get into that in just half a second. So again, for all you guys who are tuning in here live on bittubers.com, I welcome you. This is essentially my new home here. While you're here, feel free to go ahead and subscribe to my channel here on BitTubers. Create a quick account, and while you're at it, once you create an account, you'll be able to chime in the chat. I'll be able to read your questions, read your comments, and we're going to have a great time. So let's go ahead and get into it. Well, sir, if you want to go ahead and introduce yourself and just tell us a little bit about, I guess, yourself as far as it relates to the topic of today's interview.
Sure. Yeah, thanks. So this is Manway, and I wanted to talk to you guys about my experiences. I wasn't very high up at NASA. I was just kind of low man on the totem pole. But I worked on satellite and propulsion systems and thrusters and things like that. And so here's the thing, as far as and again, like he said, now I'm a flat earther. So one of the things that I tell people all the time is that engineers are kind of removed from the end product, especially because I was simulations. A lot of simulation people, they kind of just sit in a computer lab and they don't really know whether their stuff is actually being built, whether it's actually being put in, on the satellites, and whether it's actually being launched into space.
Exactly. Did you hear that, guys? From an actual ex-NASA engineer. He doesn't even know if it's actually been launched into space.
See what I mean?
What does that tell you? But no, what's the argument for anti-flat earthers? Oh, we got satellites in space. Ooh, because this cartoon shows it. It's crazy.
Well, I wonder what takes them, because the rocket's doing.
I mean, when they far away, let's put it this way: whenever someone makes a observation of the rockets going up, and they're far enough away, it takes an arc, and it shows it going into the ocean.
Yeah, it goes down as well.
So there's that disconnect that I never really thought about until years later. Somebody confronted me with the flat Earth, and I was like, this is really freaking crazy. But at that point, I had already, been kind of red-pilled to some degree on some things, and so I had already gotten good at overcoming cognitive dissonance. And so I was like, well, this guy's insane, but I'm going to be nice to him and I'm going to give him a chance. And it turns out he basically, he gave me like 4 hours worth of videos to watch. And after about the, third or whatever hour, I was like, man, this guy is right.
Right. And this was like was this a friend of yours or something?
No,
like that?
But it was just a random dude on Gab. Yeah. So my story is I got banned on Twitter like 9 times. And so I followed Jared Wyand onto Gab, and that's kind of where I've been ever since. And I don't think he's around anymore, but I'm glad that I'm on Gab. And I think it's really important to be able to talk and not be censored.
I keep hitting my mic over.
For me. And whatever the powers that be are censoring, that's kind of the topics that I feel like that's what people really should be talking about.
Well, they're censoring the hell out of Flat Earth.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Joan Edwards, good to see you, man.
So, no, it was just a random dude on Gab. I had been arguing back and forth with all kinds of people about all kinds of things, and that was one of
But, look at Dave as well. when he worked in NASA. He can also tell you it's fake.
Yeah.
I mean, it's happening more and more. People leaving when they leave NASA, they say, "Yeah, sorry guys, your beloved space is not real."
One of the things that, sometime maybe 2 years ago, this Gab post is still there if anybody wants to find it. The search function is kind of broken on Gab, but you used to be able to find the conversation. I used to link it to people and be like, "Yeah, look, this is how I found out."
Right. So, satellite. You worked on satellites. Okay, so you were hands-on with satellites.
I was not. That's what I was trying to say. Is that I was. I mainly did the design on a computer. And I built prototypes, but I never saw the final product be installed onto the satellites and then launched, right? So that's kind of the...
Yeah, that's usually just a faith. See, this is what we talk about compartmentalization. You do your part, and then you just have faith that it goes to where it's claimed to go.
Right.
So everybody does their part to build the satellite, and then it's like, oh, I've launched satellites into space or rockets. In the meantime, no, you didn't. You did one little piece, and you thought you launched something that goes to violate the second law. It's as simple as that. It's not hard to understand.
No.
The thing is, when people are like, well, okay, everybody has to be in on it. Like, no, not everybody has to be in on it. I was not in on it. I didn't know any better. I didn't think about it. I just designed my little piece, and I did my job, and I sent it to the people that I needed to send it to, and that was it. It's not like everybody that's at NASA is part of this, cover-up. And most people are just normal people.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and
exactly.
Obviously, I'm sure there's not too many details that you want to divulge. Nothing too deep. But you said that you were sort of lower down on the ladder.
Yeah.
So that is the thing. I mean, I imagine NASA is pretty big, and so I bet there's a lot of people who are sort of at the bottom of the totem pole and kind of have no real clue what the hell's going on at the upper echelons.
No, yeah, I mean, and I'm like, I should just probably say this right now. I'm not a Freemason. I'm strongly against Freemasonry. I don't know if I'm assuming most of the people that are probably listening to your streams know what that is, and that's not me. So there's that. And yeah, like you said, I was an entry-level engineer. I'm no longer there now, but yeah, I was very removed from the final product.
Right. So what was it like when you started to realize that the spinning spaceball model is not what they are telling us? I
love this type of interviews. This is really cool. Because it shows just the normal, ordinary guy. He worked, he was fooled, and he realized he was fooled.
That's it.
That's it. It's as simple as that.
Reality may not be the spinning spaceball model. What was that like for you, who's been in the space industry, for lack of a better phrase, who's had experience so close to all of this? Because that is like a common argument people make. Like, I was debating some guy a few months ago, and he's a rocket NASA fanboy, and one of the things that was giving him trouble was that he couldn't comprehend how all the rocket technology, all the...
Fireworks. I'll put it on mute.
Still the fireworks, yeah.
Yeah, it is.
I want to say, I don't know if it was by these guys. Crazy. Why are they shooting fireworks, though? Is it like a special day by you guys?
No.
Diwali's coming up. It's Asian thing, isn't it? I think so. Something like that, and obviously, Guy Fawkes has just passed, isn't it? So everybody's still got fireworks.
The blueprints, all the manuals, all the people, all the salaries, all the careers in the rocket industry he couldn't comprehend how that could all be faked. So how did that affect you in a way?
So here's the thing. My answer to that would be it's not. You know, all those people actually work there. They all actually work on rockets. Rockets are actually launched, right? And all those rockets actually exist. But or most of them. I'm not going to sit up here and tell you that every single thing that they tell you is true. But what I am going to say is that, you know, clearly rockets have been. Oh, did I lose you?
Oh, you can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead. Apologies.
Oh, no problem. I was just saying that the rockets are real, but they're launching them, you know, and I don't know where they're going. I think, you know, Eric Dubay says they're probably just launching them into the ocean. I'm not going to claim that I know where they're launching them, but I mean, clearly rockets have been launched, right? But that does.
Yeah, this is why I say when you get chills like Jeranism and say, oh, it's just a balloon rocket. It's not a real rocket. Have you guys heard that arguments from Jaron and David Weiss?
Yeah.
By saying it's a balloon, it's not a real rocket. It's like, what the hell is wrong with you people?
I have seen it where they try and say that the thing next to it, that goes up with the rocket, is a balloon that helps them float up there and all that stuff. But yeah, no, I don't believe that. The rockets definitely go up. They just don't go to space.
Exactly.
They can't.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely shoot real rockets. They just don't go where they're claiming to go. It's not hard to understand. But as soon as they come and say this idiot stuff like, oh, it's just a balloon. It's like, really?
Doesn't mean that the people that are working on them, you know, they know that they're launching it into the ocean or that they know, you know, I don't think very many people really know what's up, to be honest.
Agreed.
That's a fascinating point. That's a fascinating point because that is something I've thought about myself, which is how many people are in on it? Is it the Illuminati in a smoke-filled room, or is it just some sort of, like, everybody's kind of in on it, but not really entirely knows? Like, we're all just little pieces of a puzzle, and we're all like in some kind of collective state of denial, which I would argue is we don't want to admit that this place might have.
Has Camel become so expensive already? $15 to $20. Jeez. Yeah. Cigarettes have become expensive, guys. Crazy.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I quit too.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Diwali tomorrow. Vicky's saying it's Diwali tomorrow, so that's why the fireworks are going off. Yeah, it's an Indian festival.
Wow. I mean, if you think about how much you guys spend on cigs a month, it's a lot.
I get mine cheaper, but even when getting it cheaper, it's still a lot. You know what I mean? That's tobacco. I don't smoke fags, but yeah,
it's crazy. Expensive. If you put it all together, it's actually a crazy amount.
Been created, or that there's more to this place than just the physical matter that the atheist physicalists want us to believe. I think that's part of it.
You know, that's one thing that I always touch on when I'm arguing with people is, you know, heliocentrism is in itself a religion. So they replaced, you know, you can't really, like the atheists, they're not really atheists. I mean, they say they are, but the thing is they believe in the whole ball heliocentric.
100% agree with this guy. Every time an atheist tells me he doesn't have a faith, he doesn't have. To be an atheist is a religion in itself.
Cool.
Because you have a belief system.
Yep.
Even if you say you're just denying the belief of God, that's a belief that there's no God. So you have a belief system. It's a religion.
You can't prove it.
It's crazy. But yeah, that's why I laugh when an atheist says they are not religious. It's like, dude, it takes more faith not to believe in a God than it takes to believe in a God.
Exactly.
I mean, when we die one day, who has more to lose? The atheist or the Christians?
Exactly.
I mean, let's put it this way. Let's just say we have an atheist and a Christian. They both die. The one guy who didn't believe in a God finds out there is a God. or they both die and there was no God, and you just have nothing. Who has more to lose? Just think about that for a while. I think I will rather take my chance on knowing God is real. By the way, is that if he reveals himself to you, you will know he's real anyway. But just based on the atheistic argument, who has more to lose? Knowing God was real after you rejected him, or just believing there was a God and died and there was nothing?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Model. And so what the people at NASA, basically I call them Luciferians, because it's not everybody at NASA, but it's,
just the
these
top.
people, Luciferians, sometimes I call them Jews, to be honest, but I don't think they're all Jews either, but they created this
is the thing is where they come with the Zionists and stuff, unfortunately. I think that's a line I don't cross though.
Alternative religion, to be honest with you. If you really go back and you look at it and you look and see, all the roots of this are all in Freemasonry. It's all the Jesuits, and it's all these little secret organizations that all have their roots in Freemasonry and basically world Jewry, which again does not include all Jews, maybe, but so it's. And what they're really doing is they're just, in my opinion, they're trying to subvert Christianity. They're trying to make you believe that you're on a speck of dust in the middle of nowhere, and that you don't matter, and that, that it's impossible that God is above us and that he could have created this.
Exactly.
Because on the first page of the Bible, it said that the waters, God separated the waters from the waters.
I like this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I 100% agree. Yeah, it shows you he does read his Bible at least.
Yeah, I like it too. Well, let's see what happens.
Waters above and waters below. And if there's space, infinite space above us, that's not water.
Nope.
I believe there is water. And if you look at the launches,
But also think about it. If you look at the heliocentric model and you're saying infinite expanding, infinite space, you're just pushing God further and further away.
Of course.
It goes against God's character. God created us to have relationship, an intimate relationship with us. So if you're pushing God further and further away, it goes 180 of what God's whole character is and what he created us for. And that is, to me, a big dilemma when you're a Christian and you claim to be a heliocentrist. Because you're literally going against God's character.
I forget what date it was, some October SpaceX launch. You can see the rocket going into the water. And you can see it come out. You can see the streamlines. And when they stop.
Now, when you say go into the water, like...
The water's above.
You mean... like splash into the water, or just
they shoot the rocket straight up. It goes splash into the water, and you can see the difference in when it's between. You can see it cross through the mediums if you look at it. I'll see if I can find it.
And this is a rocket that
I know what he's talking about too.
I do like
I do too.
Them ripples, like
it looks like it hits water in the sky. And
that's the same thing with Operation Dominic when they shot all those missiles up in the sky, or whatever it was, fishbowl.
Yeah, fishbowl. Dominic.
It hit the sky and it left ripples in the sky. It was weird.
They were trying to quote unquote
break. They were trying to break the glass ceiling. Yes.
Yeah.
That's what they call it.
Think about it. Let's say, for just argument's sake, it's like a superfluid. And they've able to figure this out, and that's why they got, like, let's say the beloved ISS or whatever they want to say, and it's able to just ski across that superfluid. Okay, so they're just claiming it's gone to space, but there's no space. It's just the waters above that they're trying to penetrate and they can't get there. Why do you think the NASA and stuff still say trying to get people past low Earth orbit? Because you can't go to outer space. There's no such thing as outer space. Alan Oshman, sex in space?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should be going to space.
I think let's try to actually look at that superfluid thing quickly. I don't know if you guys saw this. Floating boat on superfluid. Superfluid helium. I think it's this one.
Oh, it floats upside down.
Is it this one? I want to see where they take the boat. No, this is just the superfluid itself. Where they have the vibrations and the superfluid holds the boat upside down. There we go.
Yeah.
Check it out. You see, what if they figured out something like this? How would we know?
I know, it's crazy. It's a thought.
And I think there's a video. Rocket.
Oh, plenty of rockets.
There we go. That's what they're saying.
Wow.
Sort of gives that kind of effect.
Mm-hmm.
When they shoot a rocket up and it like hits into the. There we go. I think it's something like this.
Falcon 9 launching from Vandenberg Air Force Base.
Oh, very exciting stare. Check it out.
Wow.
This is what they're saying. They say this could just
Almost
be...
looks like when you shoot a bullet into water.
Check it out. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, yeah, it does.
I mean, that's insane. Beautiful though.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Look at that.
We've just got loads of messages.
Some on that side.
Not me. I've got one.
That was me. I just posted something for you to look at, Flatzoid. It's some pictures from
Yeah, it's supposed
NASA
to be,
of high altitude, and it looks like they're above the dome. It looks pretty cool. Check it out.
Oh, it's in personal. Let's see.
Yeah, I sent it to your DM. Sorry, I didn't want to put it on the thing, as I didn't want it to pop everywhere.
Okay. What's this? What are we looking at, Jack?
This is from a space shuttle mission. It's pictures of the Earth from supposed space. But if you notice that there's like a film there, see how not in that shot, but see how there's a row of stars there?
Oh, yeah?
It looks like the stars are on the dome itself. I'm not sure if that's what it is. I haven't lined them up with the star patterns, but it seems to be that there's stars. And see, there's the dome. And it still looks pretty flat. But I think what it is when you get high enough and you get above the dome, of course, when you look down through the water, it augments what you see. So it does look curved. Think about that.
But yeah, have you noticed when they get high enough, even with high altitude, sometimes you can't even see the stars. And then they obviously claim
you notice that in that photo?
Exposed.
Where's that photo being took from? Inside or outside? Dome?
Yeah.
Well, they don't say, but because they don't admit that there is a dome, but you know,
Can't imagine
you can
it would
clearly
be
see it.
outside, really, but...
Well,
I just thought it was interesting.
I think you can't go outside. I think that's why I'm saying with the rockets and things, they hit into it.
Yeah.
So I don't think they can go outside.
Well, I'm not saying that any of those photos that I just sent you are real. I'm saying that that's kind of what they're putting out there. So, you know what I mean?
Well, for me, if it's separating waters, then if what happens to that, then we get some waters flooding us.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, but that's like what Key said. You got to think about it. It might be some kind of superfluid where going through it doesn't actually cause it to break. You have to know how to do it or something. I don't know, but I'm assuming.
Well, let's put it this way: it's probably so dense that they can't get through it. Just like when you get that guy with the submersible where he found the saline river underneath the ocean, where he can't even get his
because it's so dense. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
you can't
Maybe
really
it's
get his
so maybe it's
subtigo
so
either.
light that you can't get your dense stuff through it. Yeah,
Yeah,
you might be
maybe
right.
it's so, like I said, it's such at a density, it just pushes you back.
How do you like compare that to like
biblical scripture?
Hebrew meaning
right?
that, you know,
molten glass, sort of thing.
Like molten glass, hot. Because it's sturdy, it's strong.
Yeah, it's described as crystal, translucent crystal, like a looking glass. Yeah,
exactly.
Right. So it's like, so that's why I say, since it says that in the Bible, that's why I say that the sun isn't a solid object. It's actually being beamed through the dome, and the dome is augmenting what we see, and it's focusing it into a little ball that rolls around in a circle.
But think
That
about
makes more
it.
sense
What
to me,
they're
but-
saying, the superfluid is created from helium, and where does the helium go every time? You understand?
Well, most of it goes up, but
Yeah.
it gets stirred up in the atmosphere as well.
So it's very interesting that it could just be. What if it's like just the bottom parts of the firmament? You don't know. You know what I mean? Like have you guys seen, let's say, like a ship in the ocean where it starts getting all the gunk and stuff on the bottom of the ships? The superfluid, if you put it, could just be on the bottom of the firmament.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, like it's a coating
All
to
the
keep you from doing it.
like all
That makes
the
sense.
but remember,
That's interesting.
we're not making claims, guys. We're just saying
or
possibilities.
it could just
of
be
talking
what air's like up there, you know, like the higher you get, it turns more liquid like.
Yeah, thicker.
Well, that's why I was saying this is just my theory. You know, it's just an idea.
Yeah.
Since we don't know, it's
all
okay to theorize.
speculation, like, so long as like we all know that we're speculating.
Yeah, we're not making claims. We're just saying. And then you notice these speculations are more realistic than space. Which is odd.
Well, at least the way they explain it. Maybe they are keeping secrets, and it really is some kind of a secret that they can't give to the general public. Maybe that's really all it is. But either way, they're still lying to us, and that kind of proves our point, right?
Mm-hmm. Exactly. You guys want to go on with the interview, or we're just gonna talk a bit and then?
Oh,
'Cause
whatever.
I don't see
I'm
the
sorry, I
reason
didn't mean
going on.
I would enjoy listening to him, like, but it's up to you.
Yeah.
Sounds like you're ready for bed.
I've been ready for bed for ages.
Call it a day if you want.
That's
Yeah.
it, though.
I think I might just do so.
2020, they don't understand it at all, do they? The Black Swan.
Nah.
You don't get it.
I guess they don't. I mean,
All about
obviously,
weaving
all of a sudden, they all don't understand. Yeah.
It's all about weaving crane arms to them. Nothing to do with a rising that's meant to be impossible. I mean, on a ball.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, guys, please hit the likes and share the show. Yeah, Sovereign, they are screwing with my stream because people can't watch, so they leave because it just buffers the whole time.
Crazy, I had a buffer once.
Not once.
So yeah, it's crazy.
But they could just come on Element and listen, couldn't they? They don't necessarily have to talk in the room. They could still join, right? And listen if they really wanted to.
Yeah, but people are on YouTube, and they're trying to listen to
Yeah.
YouTube, and they can't do it because it keeps buffering. A lot of people have left just because of that.
That sucks, but I mean, I don't think it's an issue with us. I think it's an issue with the internet or something like that. Obviously, yeah.
Because like flats, if it was flats, it would stop for everybody. You know what I mean? So it's nothing.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Well, you saw there
Right.
was no issues with my upload and download. There's definitely no issues there.
That's it.
So yeah, it's insane.
Crazy.
So, what do you guys have to say before we do close off the stream, though?
Well, I wanted to talk about something, but I don't know if you want to bring it up here. The thing I
ahead.
sent you the message about. I've noticed that there's a lot of people that are really good friends of mine, even, that are suddenly telling me that they've gone back to the globe, and I'm like, what? I'm trying to figure it out, and a couple of them told me that the reason why they changed over was because they saw a shadow on the star in the sky, and I'm like,
Shadow on
Huh?
a star.
Yeah, they saw the shadow of the moon. I guess there's moons on Saturn or whatever the hell planet it is. And they saw the shadow of the moons on the planet. So they're convinced now that planets exist and now that we must be on a planet. I'm like, okay. But I don't understand how that would convince you of it.
A shadow.
I'm just trying to figure out why this is happening. Like, these are people that... Oh,
it's very simple.
wow.
We don't know what it is. And just because you...
But I mean, why are so many people changing over? Like, it seems to me like it's all... I don't know.
I said to you, a lot of the times people don't want to get ridiculed as a flat earther. So it's easier just to say, okay, it's not flat. Because...
Yeah.
Believe me, you get attacked.
I get that.
You get attacked.
But if they were your friend, wouldn't they just tell you that?
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, but I mean,
you know
think
what I
about it, you get attacked very badly for being
That's
a
what you
flat
mean
earther.
what you mean by friends as well. Like,
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm saying people. I mean, I think you guys are my friends, even though I've never met you personally. But you know, like, I'm sure that if I left tomorrow and didn't come back, you probably wouldn't come chase after me. But you know, like, that's just how the internet is, right? It's not necessarily personal.
Won't be able to, like, but I'm pretty sure, like, when people don't turn up, we're always like, like
we just draw a poll again tonight.
Ryan, it's going to be wherever you are, I will find you. I will get you back.
What I will say though, like, for me, anybody who's claiming to have been a flat Earth and then go back to globe, I don't really think they understood why Earth was flat.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. But it's like, how did I not notice that? They were telling me all the right things. It's like, maybe I don't really know as much about this as I thought I did. The psychological part of it. And it kind of bothers me because I thought I had it all figured out, and I guess I'm going to start over.
Yeah.
Do you know you don't think you live? You don't think you live?
If anybody else
ball,
decides to become a Glober, just don't tell me. I don't want to know.
Ryan.
Yeah, I'm
Ryan,
hearing you.
You don't think you live on a ball, do you?
No, I don't. I know I don't.
You're all right then. Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
I know, but like, it's frustrating to have people that I really like spent a lot of time talking to about flat Earth, and now they're just telling me a different story. It's
don't worry about the other people there.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Some people are just fickle. You know what I mean? Swap on that person.
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, I'm trying to watch my YouTube stream, and
there you go. You get it. Yeah, about flat Earth, and now they're just telling me a different story.
Wait, it was just buffering. Now it's working again, at least. But it was buffering for a while. And someone's firecrackers are really, really bad.
They're not mine.
Is that what that sound is?
DJ, go slap them. Go slap them off the street.
Yeah, it's me. I'm going on mute. Shut up.
Hey, send me a plane ticket. I'll come over. I'll go over there and I'll take care of it. Don't worry.
No, what am I talking about? Just send Vicky after them.
No, don't do that. Someone will get hurt.
Vicky's 20
yeah,
miles.
that's what I'm talking about.
Vicky's 20 miles away.
Yeah, but you tell her somebody's making firecrackers outside her house, and she probably can't
Okay, then just open the door and scream, "If you don't leave, I'll send Vicky after you." And then let's see if it gets silent.
No, you just know what you do is you just throw a quarter stick of dynamite out there in front of their door.
I mean, they stop for 2 minutes, so I come on back on mic, and then they just start again. Pain in the ass. And some of them are really loud as well. It's like they're right outside.
So what is this?
You need some
did I come
fireworks,
at the end of the show or the ended show?
Yeah, end of the show. Yeah, we're gonna end the show now.
Oh,
we're giving our closing statements.
We're getting them, aren't we?
Yeah, I think
we were busy with them until we talked about fireworks again.
You know, when you change to 11 o'clock, in my time anyway, you know, when you change to an hour earlier, it's been screwing me up too. That's why I haven't been here a couple times, because I forgot we were starting early and I keep coming in at 12.
Yeah, the daylight savings really messes the times up with a lot of people. They're like, I keep
and
missing the show live
And the
now.
sun being it being dark, like it getting dark earlier too. Yeah, that is screwing me up. Sorry about that. Anyway.
It's crazy dark very early here now. Already 5 o'clock. It starts to get for real dark.
Yeah, 4 o'clock. Yeah.
Crazy. Okay, so guys, I'm just gonna say thank you all for coming. Really, really appreciate everybody. Please share the show, hit the likes if you haven't already, and really do appreciate everybody's support on this channel. Appreciate all my patrons, everybody that supports me backstage. You guys rock. I'll see you all tomorrow for another epic stream. Hopefully troll free. Cheers, guys. Have a good evening. Bye.
The first day.
All right, everybody. Love you all.
First day.
Good timing for me, man.